Hello everyone and welcome back to Linkeh Plays Meloetta, the Melody of Discord. Today we're going to be doing Chapter 5, and I don't really have an intro for you guys, so let's just get right to it. Anyway, here we go with our next level. Actually, our final chapter before the end chapter, which doesn't really involve any gameplay. This can be an interesting level. It helps that there's a bunch of lag here, so it doesn't really make it very difficult. But pretty standard stuff. Not much you're not used to at this point. So just progress through, try not to get murdered, and you'll be golden. So, what we've learned from that cutscene is that Wily is in league with Discord, and yeah, that's about it. I don't really know what the dolls are, or who they are, or what they do, but they sure are important. Excuse me a sec. Standard enemies, they... For some reason I couldn't jump on that Jigglypuff. I guess that's a glitch. Or maybe I just can't jump on ground-based enemies. Here's where No, not... Yes, here. This is where you have to utilize Pinky's ability to jump whenever she wants to get 100%. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to. So I guess that means it was either intentional or incidental. I don't know, maybe it might be the hardest level in the game. I guess you can play for yourself and be the judge. See there, I clearly jumped on that Jigglypuff, but... Ah, well. Anyway, the wonderful music loop happens here, and we beat the level. Let's see, do I get... Yeah, I don't know what that's about. That happens. Anyway, let's go to the bus. As far as I remember, Tickled Pink doesn't actually have a weakness, so I'm just attacking. Anyway, she has really one form of attack. The first thing that she'll do is she'll use False Tears, or whatever the Pokemon move is, and that'll lower your defense, so if you ever get hit by her Party Ball attack, it does double damage. But if you're bouncing on top of her or directly underneath of her, you can easily avoid it. She's not that hard of a boss, although I did have quite a bit of trouble with her the first time I fought her. That's so annoying. Anyway, as was the case with the creepypasta, each character gets a chance at their own specific doll. This is another really standard level, except it's nighttime, so different. I think the music is Eurobeat, Call Upon the Sea Ponies, if I'm correct. Which is very, it's foreshadowing. You'll see. Anyway, this level is not hard by any stretch of the imagination. It doesn't throw any enemies at you from an unexpected place. Most of them are on the... I clearly hit that guy. Most of them are... See, look at that! So I'm like, screw the leaks, I'm just gonna switch to Silverwind, that works better. You can clearly see enemies coming before they fire at you, which is different than a lot of other levels in this game. Yeah. So anyway, Moonglow is actually a very easy boss fight. She's weak to Silverwind like a billion other bosses. She has the same sort of pattern as Discord did. I mean, not Discord, Darkrai did. And I think she has the same attacks as Nightmare Moon? I really don't remember. Let's see the other attack. Oh no, she can make it rain. I forgot about that, I'm sorry. Anyway, the rain's not too hard to avoid. Just kind of stare at the sun. That made no sense, but pretend it did. Alright, here we go. Now for Meloetta's version. This is probably the hardest of the 3 levels, except for Pinky's. It's hard in a different way, because it has a lot of these vertical shafts that you have to go down, and enemies that are kind of annoying. Right here, these quillfish are probably the bane of your existence. They have a weird circular pattern, and they're always in these vertical shafts, almost always rather. And you don't really have a good way of dispatching of enemies in vertical shafts, as you will recall. So it's really kind of tough to dodge their poison attacks, which do quite a bit of damage, because it does have lingering damage. Be careful there because there are spikes on the left that are instant kill, and there I got contact damage with a Quillfish, which means I'm poisoned. And I'm gonna lose like 1 billion health here. Now, I get the health note because reasons before I'm actually at full health, but oh well. What are you gonna do? It doesn't matter that much. And then I take contact damage again like an idiot. Wow, that actually does a lot of damage. I'm surprised. Well, luckily there's a health right there, so... Hooray. Also, there's an enemy that does something different. The Tortuogas actually shoot a wave at you instead of being stupid and just shooting the standard attack at you that every enemy has. Sometimes it doesn't work though, it just kind of stops. And with that, we're actually done with the level, and let's just outrun our bullets. Hooray! Okay, so here we have Splash Woman. She's not that hard of a boss. You're going to want to switch to your pirouette form for this because eventually at some point she'll shoot Carvanas at you, which do a lot of damage against you in your Arya form. Also, she has this other form of attack, which is her special. She'll sing a song about the sea ponies, and then she'll summon 4 of them and start shooting these discordant notes at you. If you go around a circle around her, then she's not that much of a problem. Also, if you go in a circle around her when she shoots the Carvanas, you shouldn't be in trouble either. I think she'll start doing it now. Here we go. Yeah. But if you're in your pirouette form, they're not very effective against you, so you shouldn't have to worry that bad. Also, I'm really bad at shooting the Razor Leafs. That's okay though. Really not a hard boss. You should be fine. Let's just use our special again for good measure and take some contact damage because I'm really bored of this boss fight by now. There we go. Alright, here we have Chrissa. She's about the easiest boss ever. She will swim back and forth, and whenever she stops at the bottom of the screen, she'll say something very annoying and then shoot bubbles at you that really aren't that much of a problem. Then she'll shoot a wave at you. She's really not a challenge by any stretch of the word. I get very bored when fighting her and just kind of stop caring. I really don't care that much. Her wave doesn't do that much damage, and if you're stupid and take 1 billion points of contact damage, you're like, oh shit, I have to be careful now. And, you're like, oh god, this is gonna take 5 years. Are we done yet? Yes, we're done. Okay. But that's not the end of chapter 5. Not yet, my friend. Alright, here we go. Splash Woman's not a very hard character to play, and she's actually... her level's very easy. Although it does have the same vertical shaft problems that a lot of the levels have. All you have to do is fight Metros and these things from the first Mega Man game. They do a lot of damage if you are hit by them. But, yeah, that's alright. Splash Woman has free roam like Meloetta, and she doesn't take contact damage, which makes her probably the best character in the game. Her 2 attack is just shooting a Carvana forward. It's actually different than a lot of other characters' 2 attacks. It'll be super effective against anything that's... pretty much anything, yeah. But she only has to deal with one boss, so, you know. This is actually a pretty big side quest thing. But you do have to go this way to get 100%. It looks like a branching path, but it's not. One is optional. And there I'm an idiot and forget that these things are steel type. And there I go explaining the thing I get again, because I get stuck on the portals. Because the hitboxes are really weird. And as you may have noticed, I have trouble with enemies with really simple patterns. So I just use my weapons as a crutch, because, you know, they're there. Why not use them? Alright, here we have Dr. Wily, another very easy boss. He has 2 forms of attack. One is where he'll shoot these kind of ball shots at you, and the other where he'll fire a laser beam straight forward from his thing. He is steel type, but fire doesn't work in water. Alright, here we go. He destroys all my sea ponies, but doesn't do any damage to me. So that's alright then. He is not a difficult boss. You can pretty much out-damage him, like a lot of other bosses in this game. He is weak to your Carvana attack as well. Anyway, that does it for Chapter 5, which is the last actual chapter in the game, so I'll see you for the final chapter in the next part. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.